Hey everyone, welcome to CamSaw FPV. I'm your host CamSaw, and today we're going to be looking at the construction and trials of Wet Willy. Wet Willy here is a 90mm diatone frame who's been treated with corrosionX and silicone conformal coating. The purpose of this little 2-incher was to see just how far weatherizing could go. He's basically been put through hell and high water, crashed in snow, kept flying, dunked in water, off he went. I can safely say this works. It's amazing, and everyone should do this to all their quads, no questions asked. The video is already way too long, and I do apologize for that. If you do have any questions, comments, anything else, put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them. And yeah, otherwise, happy flying.
This is my little Wet Willy. He's going to be my first attempt at an actual, weather resistant quad. Maybe not weatherproof. And basically we have a little 4-in-1 ESC, a little flight controller, an XM Plus, and we're going to be running a little run cam. And putting all that together on this frame here with some 1104 motors. Nice little skeleton, nice little nervous system, good camera, and up to 200 milliwatts or millihertz, or I don't know. 25, 50, and 200, so that should be enough for, close range, which is all I really want to get out of this thing. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by putting a little bit. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using some MG chemical, the conformal coating, the silicone stuff, and some corrosionX for the inside of the plugs. This stuff is dirty, smelly. I don't want to use too much of it, so we're going to keep it to a minimum. This stuff, on the other hand, ain't too bad once it's cured, so what I'm going to focus on is a lot of this, at least 2 coats, and everywhere where you can at least, and then I'm going to shrink wrap or do something else for the individual parts to further ensure that, because the issue with this stuff is that it is delicate. So just to be clear right off the bat, there's not really much you can't do with this except the inside of the plugs. It will cut the conductivity and also the square sensor inside of this thing here. You can't do that, otherwise you will mess up your visual experience significantly. And so because we have no barometer that requires the external pressure, we don't have anything to worry about on the flight controller. So yeah, should be good. Let's get right into it. I like a lot of fans. I'm also going to be using gloves, goggles, and an actual mask. The reason is this stuff is horrible, and the kitchen fan, everything going, window open, it's bad, man. Eye irritation, harmful if inhaled. corrosionX, no good. Silicone conformal coating, no good. Like, you do not want to be breathing this stuff in, or at least not in significant amounts, so make sure that you limit your exposure to it. Alright.
Okay, so here we're just basically putting some corrosionX in the plugs and plugging them in. Nothing complicated, nothing hard to get here, very straightforward. And here we're actually cleaning all the solder points in order to remove any residue from the paste and so forth. You want a really nice clean area before you apply your conformal coating. So any solder joints, clean them with alcohol. And here we go. We're applying the actual silicone conformal coating.
And yep, as we go along, checking, making sure that we're not missing any spots on both coats. And yeah, this is after it's cured and dried, both coats applied. I'm just looking over the whole thing, making sure it's all good to go. Looking good. Alright everyone, welcome back. To you, it's just been a sec since I looked at the quad. To me, it's been an eternity. I had some issues with the VTX. I thankfully had another one, so I was able to switch that up. Got the quad working correctly. Motors were all over the place, so I went and reset the resource motor function in Betaflight and remapped them and set it so that it's outwards, so that they're spinning out instead of in. So these ones are going this way, so out, and so basically everything's going towards the middle and away from here, which is the inverse of what they're normally. And the reason I prefer that is because if you're going to be hitting something, you're spinning away, you're going to be deflecting off of it rather than biting into it. And it's going to toss less shit in the middle. Of course, you're still going to get stuff tossed in the sides here, but, you know, that's okay. That's part of the game. So it's one or the other, and this is what I prefer. Contrary, apparently, to popular wisdom or whatever. That was amazing. Great fun. Look at this thing. Fucking covered in snow, alright? So, this is the real test. If I can actually plug in my last 2-cell battery and fly around with this thing, then I'm gonna consider this winterizing to be a success. Yeah, well, we're good to go. We took off. Alright guys, there you have it. little sucker gets covered in snow. Blow it off, and off he goes.